In the wake of the FBI raid at Trump's Mar-a-Lago home, some Republicans have either been pretty tight-lipped about this or really refusing to take a strong stance on the matter. Here was Senator Tim Scott on CBS earlier today.
There's been lots of questions before this raid about whether or not the FBI is doing their job apolitical. We need to let this play out and see exactly what happens, but we should all have been stunned and surprised and shocked.
So there was that. Also this morning, no statements released from GOP Senate leaders. McConnell, Cornyn, Thune. Didn't hear anything from them. In fact, the first person to come out with a statement even before Republican Senate leadership was Andrew Cuomo, the disgraced former New York governor who is a Democrat, who tweeted this at 9 o'clock this morning. DOJ must immediately explain the reason for its raid, and it must be more than a search for inconsequential archives or will be viewed as a political tactic and undermine any future credible investigation and legitimacy of January 6th investigations. Never Trump or Meghan McCain writing in an op-ed this morning, if they don't have the goods, this unprecedented raid is proof the deep state wants to destroy Trump. How ironic. They've made him a martyr and a better bet than ever for the White House in 2024. That is from a young woman that hates Donald Trump. In a statement today, Florida Senator Rick Scott urging GOP senators to take a more aggressive stance, writing, when Republicans retake the majority in the Senate, there will be a thorough and aggressive investigation. Everything needs to be on the table for AG Garland, including impeachment, if he doesn't come out today and explain what happened. Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz joins us now, and it's good to have you on, sir. Why are there so many Republicans quiet on this?
Well, we have seen in the case of Meghan McCain and Asa Hutchinson a bit of a rhino stampede toward President Trump because we see how unprecedented these actions are. But speaking directly to Tim Scott, we should wait and hear all this out and wait and see how it goes. That's exactly what the weak Republicans were saying during the Mueller investigation. Like, I feel like I've been to this movie before where McConnell and a lot of the McConnellites just say, oh, well, we should wring our hands and hope that President Trump didn't break the law. The reality is, if the FBI and DOJ are cheating to try to ensnare President Trump in criminality, it won't even be the first time they've done it. And we caught them red-handed last time during the Russia hoax, where they were abusing the law enforcement and national security process to launder political dirt into the ether of criminal investigations. I mean, this was a highly performative raid, Rob. You had the entire circle around President Trump's great American flag full of black SUVs. The FBI even rented a Ryder truck so they could bring in like 30 armed agents to Mar-a-Lago, of all places. If they wanted documents, they could have sent a subpoena, but they were trying to send a message because they know that they've got an inflation bill that really isn't an inflation bill the American people don't support. And so they're trying to scare the country about MAGA because they know they're doomed in the upcoming midterms.
It's something else. The FBI Director Christopher Wray has been not too interested in fighting back against what we've seen as a lot of partisan corruption, frankly, inside the FBI, and just the manner of which the FBI has been behaving for the last several years has been very troubling. And this guy was a Republican appointee. He was a Trump appointee. Was this a bad hire by Donald Trump?
Absolutely. I think it's fair to say that it wasn't only the best people that we had working at the FBI and the Department of Justice, even during Donald Trump's tenure. And now we see an unprecedented number of whistleblowers coming forward, Rob, and we don't even have the majority yet. So imagine what's going to happen when the good people at the FBI and DOJ see that we have the tools to issue the subpoenas, to conduct the depositions, and to get the rot out of these entities, because folks are coming forward consistently with one theme out of the FBI and DOJ, and that is that politics is impacting the decisions that they're making on investigations, whether that's rapidly accelerating anything that they can possibly do to smear President Trump or his allies, or whether it's suppressing the very dangerous information that we're learning about Hunter Biden and the compromise over the first family at the hands of the Chinese Communist Party. So in both cases, you're seeing a lot of, politicization of these very important institutions.
Yeah. One last story that popped up today, on top of everything else, appeals court ruling the IRS must provide Trump's tax returns to the House Ways and Means Committee. I know we've seen some of Trump's returns. What do you know about this? Obviously, it's a House committee that they're saying the IRS must provide this too?
That's a very important question. There may even be a further certiorari granted by higher courts to resolve that question, but it shows how dogged this effort to smear and undermine President Trump is. I mean, look, they couldn't beat him at the ballot box in 2016, so they tried the witness box and impeachment after that. Then they went to the mailbox with the 2020 election, and now they're actually taking the boxes out of his house. So I think all of that combined, them pursuing his tax returns as the former president, is just yet another example. They're afraid of his comeback because after the art of the deal is always the art of the comeback, Rob.
That's well said. Congressman Matt Gaetz, we appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.